listening to Jenney Clark at Awaken Souls on Spotify.
Today, Awakened Souls has a very special guest, Michele Blood. Michele has had a wonderful career as a rock singer in Australia, and then on one fateful night, she met with a terrible road accident and was hospitalized for months. After many long operations, Michele discovered something that transformed her consciousness and healed her body. My beloved listeners would understand this process as an awakening or ascension of the soul. In this episode, we deep dive into everything that's Michele, from her prolific work as an author to her harmony as an artist that sings affirmation songs to empower millennials. We bring you Michele Blood on Awakened Souls. Welcome to Awakened Souls podcast. Michele, I'm so happy to have you here tonight. How are you
Yes,
doing?
Jenny. Fantastic. I mean, Awakened Soul, that's the perfect title. As soon as I saw the title and I said, oh yeah, I want to go on that one.
You were a rock singer in Australia and had this accident and then healed your body through music with these affirmation songs that sounds so lovely. I've listened to it myself. Could you tell us how this transformed your life's work?
Well, I'd been a professional singer, believe it or not, since the age of 5 on TV. And eventually, after having quite a few different rock bands, I found the right musicians, and we were together for many years, toured all over Australia at one stage nonstop, made videos, music, albums, everything. And then one night we were driving. It was about a 12-hour drive, and I was with the truck driver, and he fell asleep at the wheel and went into a telephone pole, and all the heavy boxes and everything went into me as the passenger. And so I was in the hospital I was probably not going to live the first week at all. They didn't think I'd survive at all. But after many, many long operations, I was going to live, but they didn't know if I would ever walk again properly. And and because I used to love dancing on the
Oh my
stage,
gosh.
cartwheels and goodness knows what. So I was not just in physical agony, but I was extremely depressed because I didn't know what I'd do with my life if I couldn't move around the stage like I had my entire life. So
I know.
that's the original thing that started. But if you'd like to know what happened after that, that's the miracle.
Please tell me. Share. Do share.
Yeah. So what happened was I had always been on purpose because I was doing what I loved to do. I managed the band. I was the lead singer, songwriter, got us record contracts, you name it. I loved what I did. It was really, really tough touring in Australia. You got no idea. It's really challenging. But and that's why I don't think there's too many female singers that tour Australia as extensively as we did, because it's just too rough. But I always managed to get the boys to the gigs on time and everything. So that's a miracle in itself.
What was that rock band?
But someone put on a tape of Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And as I was listening to the chapter where he talked about how he healed his little infant son who was born completely deaf, he healed him and got him, by the time he was ready to go to kindergarten, 4 or 5, he already had 30% of his hearing, which everyone said was impossible, through using affirmations to auto-suggestion. And I'd never heard of anything like this before in my life. It wasn't in my periphery. And so I started doing my own affirmations, and they weren't working because my short-term memory or doubting mind kept shooting them out, saying that is rubbish. You're not healed. Why are you saying you're healed? Why are you saying you love yourself? Why are you saying you are a friend? Why are you saying all this stuff? The doctors are telling you that's not true. So a few weeks later, I had a real epiphany when, or Satori, when I just got the download straight off the bat. Sing it. You're a songwriter. You can't get jingles. You can't get jingles out of your head. So just a cappella to start with, I just started singing it. I am healed. I know I am. I love myself. I am my friend. And repeated it over and over again. And then I went on to have miraculous healing. I went on then to go into the studio and record. I've recorded over 400 affirmation songs for children, for every area of life, and they're sold to millions of people all over the world. And that is how I ended up on my spiritual path, because and working all over the world with Bob Proctor, written many, many programs with the late and great Bob Proctor, and just did a program with Jack Canfield and all these wonderful people that I've worked with over the years. But that is when my real spiritual journey arrived, was about 3 years after, and I was already touring the world.
That's beautiful.
Enjoy money. I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money
Awaken
loves
Souls listeners
me.
can also follow the link posted here to receive a free copy of Michelle's ebook, The Magic of Affirmation Power. Simply go to michelleblood.com/awakensouls.
I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money loves me. I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need.
Oh.
I am a magnet.
So what happened, Jenny? What happened? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So I'm just really, I'm really taken aback by what you're saying. Uh, is there any song that made you laugh or cry or invoke deep emotion while you were making these affirmation songs that you're talking about? I've listened to some of them, and I plan to play it while I do this podcast. So definitely, I just wanted to know what you feel about it and what you went through while prepping them.
Well, they came to me so quickly. I would write up to 6 to 7 songs a day. I couldn't wait to get into the studio. The one one of the ones I loved a lot is I Am Love. That's a beautiful song. Communication is a beautiful song as well. Bob Proctor actually helped write the lyrics with that one. And, there was one that I did called We Found Love, but it was about me and God. I found love with God, and that I could do anything. I could climb any mountain because I'd found love of the divine. And eventually I found an enlightened teacher, and I went completely off the grid, Jenny. I didn't do any events. I didn't make any more albums. I just meditated with this enlightened teacher for many, many, many years until I had my full enlightenment, my full awakening, which was, I never expected it, but I was meditating for over 10 years, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours every day, and doing everything I could to keep my mind still of thoughts.
Yeah, that's the key. It's a very Buddhist kind of. Meditation, yeah, that's the belief. I love it.
Yeah, I was ordained in Bhutan as a Buddhist monk.
Yeah, it's called mindfulness. Am I right?
Well, that's a sort of a trendy word that you sort of is bantered around incorrectly. But yes, you can call it mindfulness. But
yeah, you do the Lotus Sutra and you go into that mindfulness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's very, very hard to do it. But with an
Okay.
enlightened, you get the light transmitted to you. So, and that's what I do now. I've got students all over the world.
So did you learn with a Buddhist teacher, or was it
Yeah,
a
I
New
had
Age?
an enlightened Buddhist teacher for 12 years.
I thought so. Okay, since I come from an Asian culture, I gather as much. Can you please share your journey from those affirmations and your Kundalini awakening? I had my own Kundalini awakening a couple of years back, but I know I have a long way to go, and I was just waiting to hear about what you have to share with my listeners.
Well, it's really, it's quite fascinating what you go through. I mean, at first, what happened was I would, after quite a few hours in the evening, I would get a flash. And that is
Mhm.
actually the beginning, as you would know, because you've had an awakening, that's the beginning of before you get to the Stargate. That is where you go through that tunnel of light. And
Yeah.
that went on for about a year and a half. And every night I would not stop meditating until I had that flash of light, because it's just incredibly intense. And
Did
then
you have coiling kind of feeling in your spine and those motions, the body, you couldn't control what is happening?
well, I could
Spontaneous
control it
was
because I had an
feeling.
enlightened teacher that was transmitting light to me and helping me, you know.
Yeah.
And so,
Ma-
but sometimes my bed would shake so bad that I
Yeah.
would think we were having, I would call people and say, was there an earthquake last night?
I understand.
And so,
Yeah.
eventually my heart chakra became activated, and then my
Mm.
third eye chakra became activated, and that's when I started going through the Stargate, the tunnel of light, into universes. And then after a year of that and the rush up and down my spine nonstop, the waves of ecstasy through my head, not being able to feel the floor, eventually one precious night, the sky opened up and I just went through that door of enlightenment at last, after years of going through Kundalini rushes. And
Yeah.
I didn't really expect it to happen, but I knew it would, because my teacher said it's very unusual to even get through the Stargate, let alone even have one Kundalini rush, let alone have them all day and all night.
Maybe you were chosen for this path.
Oh no, I know now, because once you're awakened, you do remember your past lives, just like Yogananda says. You remember them not as a
Oh,
memory.
you follow Yogananda.
I love Yogananda.
I love that.
The first spiritual book that turned me on to what enlightenment really was Autobiography of a Yogi. I
Me too.
couldn't believe it. It was 1991.
Yeah.
And I was reading it and I was just crying my eyes out. I was like, oh my God, this is when I realized I wanted to find a living enlightened being. And I traveled the world looking for one before I found her. And because I knew I would require an enlightened teacher to transmit that light to me. So
Yeah, that's what gurus believe. Yes, yes, it has to be passed on. Oh, wonderful.
so
Yeah.
you must have had an enlightened teacher too, did you?
Mine were ascended masters rather, and since I live in India, I had so many gurus I've lost count. I actually wanted to be a nun. At one point when I
Right.
was much younger, and then then my chakras opened and things changed, and then I found my own gurus, and I found gurus in the astral.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you believe in bilocation then? Since you've read autobiography of the yogi about Yogananda, so do you believe in bilocation and that the body can be in two places simultaneously and all of that?
Well, of course. Absolutely.
You do? Okay.
Of course. Because
Levitation.
I've
Levitation.
experienced it.
You have?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's always intrigued me.
And my students have witnessed me coming into their room when they're in a different country and teaching them something.
Oh, wow. I'm getting goosebumps.
But it's the most natural thing in the world. It's one of the hardest things in the world to have happen. But I remembered that I had been awakened in past lives. So it's not as difficult. It's when you have your very first awakening in a lifetime, that's what you live for. You would do anything for that. It's worth everything because that's what we're here for. It's the only reason we're here is to awaken.
Yeah, and you told me about this affirmation song, I Love. That's
There's a way to get it moving, to make it happen, to get high. Carefully planned.
Now, let's listen to some powerful affirmation songs to harmonize your life. You can find Michele Blood's music on iTunes.
And all your thoughts melt into one. Thought energy begins to sizzle, and a new force has begun. It's energy, red hot energy, positive energy.
Awaken Souls listeners can also follow the link posted here to receive a free copy of Michelle's ebook, The Magic of Affirmation Power. Simply go to 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡/awaken souls.
Power starts to flow. Wondrous things begin to happen. You're a judge from head to toe. It's energy, red hot energy, positive energy, frozen this energy. It's energy, red hot energy, positive energy, frozen this energy.
To find out more about Michele Blood, go on to her website magnetosuccess.com or micheleblood.com.
The whole world will be a better place, and everyone will start to shout.
Stimulating, invigorating, emulating, and pervading. Face to face, build the energy.
And with that, we come to the end of tonight's episode with our special guest, Michele Blood. Thank you guys for joining me. See you around in the next episode. Love yous, Goddess blessings, and namaste.
Energy, built in this energy. It's energy, red hot energy, positive energy, built in this energy. It's energy, red hot energy, positive energy, built in this energy.
Listen to each song in this powerful CD once or twice to satisfy your curiosity and become aware of the contents of each song, and to truly take in the positive new lyrics that are, in fact, powerful mantras or affirmations. Number 2, read the lyrics for each of the songs slowly and think. As you read, pay very close attention to the message in each line. There is real power in each line. There is real power in each of these songs. Memorize these lyrics. Sing or listen to the songs over and over again until they begin to play themselves automatically into your marvelous mind. Become as familiar with these lyrics as you are with your own
Will be a
name.
magnet to money.
Number 3,
So say right now, money loves me and money is my obedient servant. Enjoy money. I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money loves me. I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money loves me. I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I
Now,
need.
let's listen to some powerful affirmation songs to harmonize your life. You can find Michele Blood's music on iTunes.
I am a magnet to money. I now have more than I need. I am a magnet to money. Money, money loves me. I am a magnet to money. SUCCESS,
more about Michele Blood, go onto her website magnetosuccess.com or micheleblood.com.